Hello, happy Independence Day. At least that's the day I'm recording this. I've been sharing with you some videos about things that I did to save money that actually didn't work out as well and some alternatives. I shared with you how to create a grocery list with your kids to save some time for yourself as well as teach them important life skills. And I'm going to wrap up this series by talking about planning meals with a sale paper. I've talked about this a little bit before, but I wanted to kind of refine the system with you and tell you how I merged a few things together. This is really super helpful, and you would be shocked at how much this helps. I also talked about the equation, and this will help in another video, and this will help you to save money and time so that you can throw it into that equation. Okay, so I have a sale paper here. This one is actually quite old. It's from March, but it still works. I actually get a paper one whenever I can because it makes it easier for me. If you can do it on your phone, more power to you. So what I do is I get a piece of actual physical notebook paper. Again, you can do this on a computer if you prefer, but I take my notebook paper and on each line, I write down the numbers 1 through 28 or 1 through 30 or 1 through 31, depending on how many days are in that month. So you would write it down like this. You would just write the numbers down on the line. Then you look at what you have. You'll see a common theme in what I share with you guys. Look at what you have. Don't just buy what you think you need. You need to first assess where you are before you know what you need to do. So you go through your freezer, you go through your cabinets, and you see meal things. So what do you have? Do you have pasta? Do you have pasta sauce? Do you have ground beef? What are you going to make with it? Do you need to have taco shells? Are you going to put the ground beef in your pasta sauce? All that. And you figure out what meals you have and you write those down. You write down the things you have. When I number my piece of paper, I kind of just space them out so I don't have 3 beefs right in a row because I like to mix up the kind of meats and things that I have. So it might be on day 1 that you put hamburgers because you find that you have frozen hamburgers in the freezer. Day 2, you have some chicken, so you write chicken. Day 5, you write the next chicken because you have 3 packs of chicken, and then you go down, maybe on day 12, you write chicken. But you write that down, you fill out what you have, and then what you need to complete the meal. So green beans, corn, noodles, whatever it is, so that you see the gap. So you have the main dish, you have the side dish, the salad, the fruit, whatever. Like I said, if you look at I'm going to have hamburgers, do you have buns? If you look and you see you don't have buns, go ahead and get that written down on your grocery list. Then you look at the calendar and see the days that you need to eat on the run, and you write those down on your piece of paper. So let's say on the 12th of this month, you've got a really super busy day. The kids have got all kinds of activities. You work until 5, you're going to be zooming around. So on the 12th, you write fast food. And you schedule that in and you pull that from your budget, whether it's from your grocery budget or whether it's from your fast food budget, but you have that money set aside and you make sure that you have money on the 12th to do that with. So I actually will put a paper clip and then a Post-it note or some kind of scrap of paper that says for the 12th. And I make sure that I have enough money there so I don't accidentally spend that. You plan ahead. So that's what you do there. You designate what days are going to be leftover days. So, on Fridays, I actually made the teenagers cook their own meals. So Fridays, it was mom is off. And so they had to figure out what they were going to cook. And I made sure I had things on hand that they wanted, like ingredients that they wanted to have. So I'd ask them and I'd write that in. Designate ketchup days. I have 2 or 3 days each month that I leave blank because sometimes I plan on having something, but I forget to set it out. Or something comes up and we have to do something different that night, or we have a ton of leftovers and we end up not eating that food. So let's say I had that chicken planned up here and we didn't end up eating it that night. I would move it to one of the blank spaces. And that's what that is for. So you look at the meat on the sale paper, and here they had ground sirloin, $3.99 a pound. They had whole pork shoulder, buy one, get one free. So I would go see then within my budget what meats I could buy, and I would fill those in. and total that up. I'm conscious of savings, not just cost per pound. So what, or servings, not savings. I'm conscious of my servings. So ground beef might stretch and feed a whole family, 1 pound of it. So I don't care what it costs a pound, because buying a roast might end up actually being more expensive by the serving, because you understand. You can stretch it different ways. So a chicken thigh with a bone in it is very different from a pound of ground beef that can make tacos. So I would look at what the cost of the meal is and build that in. So to recap, you put the numbers, you fill in what you have and what you need on each day. And then you go through and you fill in any place you might need to eat at a restaurant because of your schedule. Then you put 2 or 3 blank spaces to move things if you end up not eating stuff as you planned. And then you look through the sale paper to find what meats you can fit in. And as you're at the grocery store, or if you're ordering your groceries online, you actually physically write it in each day. So now you know what you're having each day, and you copy that over onto the family calendar so you know what to set out the night before. It saves a lot of time. It's very organized, and it helps you save money. You will be surprised. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's really not. It used to take me about maybe 10, 12 minutes tops for a month's worth of planning. And that helps you to stay on budget. It helps you to stay focused about what you're going to get. You don't have to do I've been busy all day. What are we going to make for dinner? You already know for the week what you need to set out. And you can think when you're sitting around or have some downtime, I'm going to find some recipes, and then jot them on your piece of paper. And you can write down what website or what page of the cookbook it's on or whatever here. And you already know it's one less decision. It's less mental fatigue. It's really great. So share with me some of your tips that you've done, or things that you like, or ways that you would modify, comments you have, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much, and happy Independence Day. Bye.